Hello, it's Briggs here, and like always, welcome to All Day Anime, and today I will be talking about the new Netflix original animated series, Castlevania. I marathoned the entire series yesterday, and just had to make a video telling you guys what it's about and how awesome it is. Also, I wanted to show off my cool new background setup. I can actually reverse it to keep it fresh. But anyway, the story of Castlevania takes place in 1455, a time where people weren't exactly open to any types of advances in science. The first episode does an amazing job introducing us to the world and kind of showing us why it got to its current horrible state. The episode focuses on Dracula and a human woman who was a doctor, or at least someone who was interested in the progression of science. This woman later became Dracula's wife, and Dracula shared his vast knowledge with her. Sadly, the world wasn't ready for these advances and chose to see her as a witch, and she was then burned alive. Dracula, furious by his wife's death, unleashes an army of monsters from hell on the world. And that's kind of the prologue to the series and shows us how the world got to its current state. And I personally think they did a great job, cause they could have just jumped straight into monster killing, but the context in my opinion makes a difference. I was actually talking about this over on Anime Upload's channel last week on his weekly podcast, Rant Cafe. I'll link his channel down below. I'm there almost every Thursday if I'm free. But anyway, we were talking about what makes a good villain. And in Castlevania's case, they gave us a solid backstory on how Dracula, someone who detests humans, tried to learn and understand them and help them progress. But then after his wife was burned alive, his hatred was rekindled and he realized that humans will continue to be ignorant, never learning from their mistakes. This type of context helps us to understand Dracula's motivation for what he did and kind of sympathize with him. Like, fuck those humans, man! I almost wanted Dracula to be the main character, that's how much I sympathized with him. But having dabbled in the game, I knew a member of the Belmont family would arrive and vanquish the monsters. The protagonist, Trevor Belmont, is so ridiculously cool and badass, and the show gives us a little information on the history of the Belmont family, which honestly, I'm extremely impressed with how much detail and context they were able to give, considering it's just a 4-episode show. Like, you guys can kill this in one sitting, and I definitely recommend you do so. It's got a good premise, a solid introductory episode, a super cool protagonist, and awesomely animated action scenes of him slaying monsters, or really anything that gets in his way. So yeah, I definitely recommend the series. It's available on Netflix, like I said, it's a Netflix original, and due to its crazy popularity, it's already been greenlit for a second season. And even cooler than that, in my opinion, is the fact that the director of Castlevania intends to make an anime series about Assassin's Creed. Please follow the story of Ezio. I'm actually extremely excited for that whole Assassin's Creed adaptation. But yeah, I think Castlevania is a solid video game adaptation. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, be sure to smash the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and just like that, I will see you guys all next time, dudes. SHIN PAKU.